Hello and welcome back to this shitty dead channel that nobody watches. Today we were playing Battle Brothers, which I picked up about a week, maybe 2 weeks ago. And it's kind of an XCOM-like, if you haven't seen it. But with, obviously medieval, as you can probably tell from this bit of a portrait here with some crossbows and shields and things. Basically you take the role of a mercenary captain and sort of go around the land doing contracts and seeing how far you can get. I haven't gotten very far. I've had to restart quite a few times because of it shit on. Generally it's, I don't know how to describe it exactly. It's very difficult, I've noticed, borderline unfair. So I thought it would be kind of fun to record, get angry at, and put up so that the 4 people who watch these videos can enjoy it. So again, I haven't gone super in depth, so if one of the 4 people who watch this happens to play this a lot, I'm sorry if I'm awful. I don't know a lot of the tricks. I have watched some build videos and things, but I've decided to basically disregard them because a lot of their tricks felt really gamey and kind of cheat the AI and things like that. So sorry if I do cut out a little bit on the voice, I will say that now. I am actually recording with push-to-talk because I'm kind of sick and I don't want to be coughing into a mic because I'm unprofessional enough as it. So here's a quick look at the options. I don't know if people want, this is just the settings I play. I have that down because, you know, recording is... some of these, if you haven't played this before and would like to start playing it, put those on, that's nice. And auto loot needs to be on or you're gonna fucking hate yourself. Also reset equipment, both of those are really... To be honest, I don't really know what that does. I think it just moves the camera a little bit. I honestly could not tell a difference when it was on or when it was off. That one kind of freaks out a little bit, but that's fine. Enough looking at options here. Let's get into the... We're gonna start a new camp. You got your name, obviously. Should have thought of this beforehand. I don't have anything really clever. I hope I spelled. For late game crisis, we're going to leave it on random, so you can get a war between noble houses, an orc invasion, or an undead thing. I don't really know what any of those are, haven't gotten there that far. Permanent destruction sounds like a thing. And here we get some flags to look through. Oh, that's a fun one. Nice, banned on Twitch, or YouTube. What am I putting this on already? There we go. Banned, instantly demonetized, out of the picture. I like that one. I like this one. Song. Let's go with this one. Let's Deus Vult. So we're going to play on Veteran. Medium funds, which you're going to do with Veteran. I'm not going to play on Iron Man, but I am going to basically play on Iron Man. The reason I don't is this game, as I believe it's a little bit early build still, and if the game bugs out, I may have to reload. That is the case sometime. But I am going to play like a self-enforced Iron Man. So there we go. These are the settings. Everything on Veteran. I'm not going to do the Expert. I've never tried that. I'm not going to try that. So, oh, down here, there are 2 DLCs. Lindworm, don't really know what it does. Beast and Exploration, don't really know what it does. So let's... Again, forgive me if I'm not talking a huge amount there between these things. I am a little bit... Blow my nose. So I'm not going to read all of these, because there was a lot of reading in this game. Basically, our company went after a guy named Hoggart, we got shot, and that's that. And the captain goes to die, and we're... I don't like how they did this, by the way. This is one of my criticisms, is you load into a load screen, which is always good. So that was a randomly named guy, One Eye, who apparently can survive, but nothing happens if he does. That was the captain. So these are brigands. So this is the game. Move around. These are our 3 guys here. So we've got Oscar, or Oscar, I'm going to pronounce that Oscar, Willibold the Merciless, and Berthold. That's how I'm going to pronounce it. The game is kind of based in like loose Germany, Poland, kind of those areas, so that some of the names are a little bit weird. These are all brigand thugs, and that's Hoggart the Weasel, who is sort of the bandit leader. Excuse me, had to cough again. This is what it looks like. So you can see down here we have action points. I guess up here is the easier one. Allies, the turn, opponents, those are just some options. Down here, Your action points, everybody has 9. That never changes, always have 9. Head armor, body armor, health, fatigue, which is basically your stamina, if you want to think about it that way, and resolve, which is your morale, or morale, which is your morale. So we have Oscar here, who's a crossbowman, so he gets shoot bolt, 2 AP, or 2 action points, AP, 5. So those are our targets. We can move and do it, but if we do it this, it's 2 to shoot, 7 to reload. So with crossbows, you can shoot and reload as long as you don't. This is scripted, Hogger Fleet. Two-handed weapons, two-handed axe, split man, round swing, split shield. I guess I can wait on those. This is like an AoE. That's just a big heavy hit. That's a break. So these guys, it takes for a normal attack, or for that, or I think this one's, yeah, they're all 6 action points. You only have 9. You should cost 2 action points to move. So you can move, attack 1. Just there, we broke his head armor, and then he went. This guy's a spear, thrust, spear wall, knock back, that's from having a shield, and shield wall from having a shield. Move him. We do the thrust, which is on 1. We miss. Now it's their turn. But he didn't move, so we got 2 stabs with that. So crossbows, you can fire and miss. We miss. Spacebar to wait him, so he can go at the end. That guy dies. He has a turn. He still's moving left. You can move after attack. Just move there. So what just happened there was he failed a resolve check because the second guy went next to him, making him spook. Now move up and stop. You can't do anything, so just don't. He gets hit in the face, and that made him fail a morale check. It was nice. Stab a bit. Everybody swings, everybody misses. It's very XCOM-like. A lot of times you miss. We nearly lost a guy in the first mission, which is awesome. So they all get XP, then we get loot, and if you have auto loot on, it will grab that for you automatically. I like to do it manually because I'm So again, here's the thing. People talk. The people do like interact with each other, which is kind of neat. Again, you can pause and read this if you want. Basically, we're gonna go get. So we got to go to Eisenhower. This is the world, and the worlds are random. You probably noticed the seed that we had on the preview. There's always like a south bit, and there's always a north. The camera moves really slowly. This is us. We have this banner, or when we zoom in, or that. So yeah, it's kind of like Mountain Blade Warband in this sense. We have this kind of strategic map, and then we go into open up the inventory here. These are our guys. So this is your line. So they're in the middle, which means they'll be in the center of the formation. Kind of where I want. Though I'm actually going to put the crossbow. These are the perks. We'll get to those more. I'm not really super trying to do a tutorial, but I feel like it's good to know what you're looking at. These are stats. These over here are traits. Which are random on everybody. So these guys all have the companion background, and backgrounds affect like what stats they start with, which are also random to a Fearless, which is good. Determined, that's cool. Okay. Yeah, that's cool. So he's more likely to be calm. And he is an optimist. Okay, these are pretty good. These are the these are the skills rather. So you get your armor, your armors, your health, your action points. That always stays at 9. Don't really know what's on the screen to be honest. Fatigue, your morale, your resolve, which affects your morale, your initiative, how fast you go. Like you roll an initiative, like most games. A melee skill, a range skill, melee defense, range defense, your damage that goes off of your weapon, your effectiveness against armor, because certain weapons are better against armor. So you see 25% of the spear ignores armor, and it's 90% effective against, as opposed to the bludgeon, which is 40 and 70. And then we've got a chance to hit your head and vision, how far they see. Pretty straightforward. These are. We can speed up the game, so we go a little. Again, feel free to read. We expect you to pay. So we can refuse and skip this mission. We're going to do it. Again, feel free to read. Basically, we have to recruit through. It's very Mountain Blade-like. This. I'm going to sell this because I don't like. I think they're shit. This is a store. I'm going to buy some extra shield. Hire some boy. That is really expensive. We're not. We'll hire that guy and we'll hire this guy. We're not gonna hire him. He's too much. So we bought 2 new. I'm gonna move. This guy's ailing, so he's more, he's more poison receptive, I guess. Apprentice is good, more experience. Shield. And this guy's a butcher. He's night blind, not exactly great, but he's brave, which is good. He also has double grip, which is an interesting one. So it makes him deal 25% additional damage if they don't have a shield. And it's worth noting, they gain a damage bonus even if they don't have a shield to begin with. So that means he's getting an extra 25, so I'm kind of thinking it might be better just to leave him without. We'll try that. See, I don't know, we'll get a hatchet and a speed. For $40, those aren't bad actually. That's alright, they'll earn their hook. He's pretty accurate, 52 melee, not bad. We'll give him an axe. A little bit better than the spear, it does a little bit more damage. Same base, but 10 more possible. And it's better against armor. It does use a little bit more fatigue, but it also is good against shields. Basically, spears are just good on guys who have low chance to. He also has pretty good chance. And 40 ranged accuracy is not too bad, actually. But we're going to leave him with the cleave. Really good against unarmed. This is a taxidermist, we'll get to that at some point. Basically our mission is to get 3 men, buy weapons and armor, and to visit this town over here to also get... Nothing crazy yet, we're just getting 3. We've gotten 2, need 1. Some base maths there. So again, apparently Wilbar wants to drink, Oskar wants to do some stuff. Doesn't really matter. It's all fluff. So these are contracts, we can't do it right now because we already... This is a city. Probably notice it is different, does have a little castle picture which you can't interact. And some stuff. We got armor. This is actually a really fucking good town. We have a weaponsmith, an armorer, a fletcher, and a training. Every town has a market and head. Let's get a third dude. 806. I don't think we're gonna hire because we are broke as fuck. You're hired for 100. You're hired for 100. Now we arm the peasant. Start with this guy. Another apprentice. That's good. Okay, so this guy's good. So he has less chance to inflict friendly fire. Now, I haven't noticed that that's any use unless they're an art. Yeah. We're making him a spear boy, so he gets the spear skills and the shields. This guy over here is a monk and is night blind. Okay, pretty. Sorry. Weapons for a monk. I'm gonna buy all their knives, which I'll explain in this. Oh, they do actually have a boar spear, which is a tier 2 weapon, but it's all of our money. We're not doing. What a cross. That's all of our money too, though. I'm not gonna. That's fine. Oh, that's another tier 2 weapon. Handle. We gotta do some thinking here. We want a machine. Oh, fuck it. We'll splurge on a hand. So actually, what we're gonna do is Berthold, our starting. We're gonna give him a hand axe because he's gonna be a spear. We've got our little militia. We've got Casper, spear. Erland, and Erling, the book. Withold, the spearman. And then we have our 3 good guys who have much better stats because they're companions. Wilbald the Merciless, our sort of woodsman. Berthold, an axeman. And Oskar, our cross. So he starts with a knife. The thing with knives, they're really good against armor, which I'll explain when we do it. Because we basically mob people and knife them for their... Give out some... Good on food, we're good on... Now we go back. So this is your money. Obviously, you pay people. Food, they obviously eat. Tools are for repairing equipment. If I just open up the inventory. So his axe is at 52%. if it's equipped, it gets repaired automatically by using the tools that you have in your inventory, which takes the tools, and you have to buy more later on, and so on, and you have to kind of manage it. If they're in better condition, they do better in combat, from what I've been able to tell, and they also sell for. You want to keep, especially your armor, you want to keep in good condition, because if you have lower armor, you'll notice it's 39 out of 55, so he has reduced armor. Again, I don't really want to make like a hardcore tutorial here, so if you don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, go and watch somebody else's videos. This dude's like, go and kill this bandit who kicked your ass. You will of course go and do. Which is down here in Hoggart's Refuge. We actually probably want to attack him, and so we're gonna kill. We have a guy who's still pretty bad. So we're not going to attack right away. We're going to wait. You heal faster if you camp, like. Pretty mountains over there. Bandits Rest. And yeah, again, this map is whole randomly generated, which is kind of... So you can get like really different games each. Damn it, man, heal faster. So yeah, I haven't done YouTube in a long time. Haven't really wanted to. I don't know, it's kind of fun. Yeah, I thought this game would be fun to do. It is pretty rage-inducing. The reason for that can often be just you get shot. This is high ground. This is higher up than that, right? Hopefully, you know, people aren't retarded and can figure. We're just gonna wait. What we're going to do is we're just going to pass our turn, which puts us at the end of the initiative order, and let them go. The reason we do that is hopefully they advance. They've decided not to advance, which means that was a waste. So now we're going to charge. So you want to be on high ground, it gives you bonuses to hits, and you're harder to hit. And good to be on high ground. Here. So you notice that was blocked there, but because we're shooting into a crowd, it means if we missed him, we might have hit those. Why we did. So that's Hoggart the Weasel there, and we are going to try and take from. Notice here I put him in front of him, and the reason for that is because, again, like you saw with that, the little shields, he can block. We're gonna wait again. We're gonna see if they come out. So we are letting them get the high ground, although this guy's decided to come. Could move up there. We're gonna move here and stab them. Reload and shoot. I like shooting at the. I don't like being. There we go. That's a man. Miss it. A couple of easy swings in. Hoggart's decided to move up and take the high. Pretty good decision. He's kind of shitting in. Our boy here can't move him that way. Couple of steps. Okay, rest in peace, Casper. You died at the end of Hoggart the Weasel's soul. Hit a shield. That's why you put the shield guy in front of. It's that exact thing, right? Trying to break his shield there. That was the split shield. Because they're much easier to hit without their. You can kind of move through people like that. There is a zone of control with attacks of opportunity, but you can go through a front. Another hit. And move into the back line. What the plan is right is just get this chaff out of the way. That's another man down. That was Erland. Rest. That man. And Hoggart shields. So, the archer there lost his morale check, tried to run, got. So we're gonna do. He's actually. We're gonna mob Hugger the Weasel because we want his. You don't have a knife. We're gonna loot the. For a knife. That doesn't. The reason we're doing that is punch. It completely ignores armor, which means it doesn't damage the armor. Because if you damage armor, you don't get it at the end. So it's not random to loot. If their helmet's intact, you get it. If their armor's intact, you get it. So we broke all their armor by hacking at them with our weapon. You notice we stabbed him, his little armor bar didn't go... We're actually going to move him adjacent to try and... There we go, break his... He's out of stamina, so we couldn't puncture it. We tried to run and we hacked. We lost 2 men. We did get his armor, did get a little banged up, that's alright. We also got his falchion, hatchet, and some other. We disrespect us, and then head. We now have a patched mail shirt, which is 90 as opposed to 65. Now we have a little bit of an arm. What should it? This is it's better than good. He has a hatchet. I like my main guy to be a sword. I don't know. Just that's how I'm gonna make Berthold a sword. You have a cleaver. Would be better for you actually. 6. Yeah, we'll keep him with the cleaver. So he actually lost his spear because he dropped it, if you remember. We got it back. It's one of those. Give you a hand access. You know what? We're actually going to give you a flail. And so flails are good because you can hit people in the head, and if they don't have a helmet, it doesn't damage them. Alright, level. This is the level up. So these are random. And the stars mean they get extra points. So every time they level up, they get 1, they get 2, they get 1. Pretty easy to explain. We're going to build this guy kind of as a tank and melee. We want stamina. It's fatigue, but I'm going to call it stamina. We want a bit of melee defense. Even though it's only 2, it's not great, but we're still going to take. And we're going to take 4 resolve. Make him less likely to run. So perk. All kinds of things here. Fast adaptation. Basically, the more you swing at somebody, the more likely you are to. It's easier to make injuries. Get 25% more health. Once per battle, if you get hit with a killing blow, you live instead of dying. Get 2 extra of these little bags. Move easier. Adrenaline, go first in the initiative. Recover, get rid of your fatigue, and basically rest. Or get more. For our tank bull, he actually has pretty good XP at level 2. 57 HP is not bad. We're going to take recover. Two-handed guy, you definitely need. 2's pretty bad there. We're going to take this one, and we're going to take this one. For you, for the two-handed man, 61 HP is very good. Again, we're going to take recover. Recover is a great range skill for the archer, a bit of range defense, and a bit of result. Normally I like Colossus on pretty much everybody, but they kind of have a good amount of health. So what's 25% of 53? Let me just get a calculator here. Let me fucking nerd out on this, and see how much that actually would improve their health. 53 to... Okay, so it'd give them 13 health. And I guess that is pretty good. So is recover. Yeah, no, fuck it, recover. Recover is really good. It really is. And this... Yeah. People like to... Did it. Gave us 400 crowns. It's an alright amount. As brothers. Yeah. You know, we got 824. Kinda ready to start the journey. This is where we're gonna end the first episode. That might have been ungodly short or way too long. I'm not really sure. I actually wasn't keeping track. Hopefully, if you were at all interested, hopefully you'll watch the next one. Peace.